Then I will unmute all again, and then you give me a sign when you're ready.
Okay, it seems to stabilize now. So let me start and welcome you all to this special edition of the GÉANT Community Café, dedicated to the presentation of the 2020 GÉANT Community Award and the Veitch Foundation Award for 2020 Medal of Honor. I would like to give a really warm welcome to our friend Claudio Alocchio from GAR, the new chair of the GÉANT Community Committee for this year's panel of judges, and a further judging panel participants were Sabine Joom from Renater, Christian Grimm from DFN, and Wouter Noord from SUNET, and yours truly. Before I pass the baton to Claudio, I would also like to welcome John Dyer on behalf of the Veitch Foundation Award. And of course, I would like to thank everybody who nominated somebody this year. Nominees for the Community Award were all people who have contributed significant time and expertise to the development of research and education networking and to the community and our collaborative achievements. And I think it is really good that we have a pool of candidates to choose from. And we had a long debate in the jury and before we came to any conclusions. And with that, I will hand it over to Claudio.
Thank you, Eric. Honor those people who really give a contribution to what we do in our communities. And so this year we decided to go ahead, even we don't have TNC, because they deserve the prize that they want. And as Eric said, we had quite an issue in the award committee to decide what to do. And in the end, we decided to go more widely. And we have selected 3 people, not only 1. But I'm not going to tell you all the names all together. So a bit of surprise. Each awardee is hopefully already holding the award certificate, which is what we normally deliver to them. I was joking a little bit that we needed to invent the object transport protocol because we also need to deliver a nice present that we normally give to them as a memory of this nice moment for them. Of course, we use very traditional way of delivering to do this happen, but maybe in the future we can also do it. So really thank you to the community to enable us to make the choice. And let's go ahead. Are you ready for the names? So the first awardee of the 2020 GÉANT Community Award goes to Han Harding from Switch. So Han, I'm really, really happy that I can award you this prize, even if I can also do it virtually. So a brief presentation of what Anne did in all his career is quite obvious that you all know it, but she deserves it. Anne has been a GÉANT project activity leader for over 10 years, and she has covered areas like multi-domain network developments, and in the recent year, also trust and identity. And in the last part of it, she managed to grow a very high good trust in the community and to bring really to a very high adoption rate the 2 pillars that everybody knows about GÉANT, which is EduRoam and EduGame. So Anne also added her personal feeling, and she made the community better trust each other, grow, develop, and she managed to explore new ways of engaging the people in it. Everybody who has worked with Anne knows how she's able to engage people and achieve results in a very effective way. So her professionalism determined and inspired a lot of people in the community, and will be a key success for all of us and for you have all done. Now, I want to break the protocol of any video conferencing. I will ask anybody to unmute the microphone and make a real clap and a big applause to her. So let's do it. Thank you, Anne. So receive virtually the award prize and now show it to us so we see that the delivery has happened. And do you want to tell us
those
something?
people
Fantastic.
if this meeting still on.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the reverb to die out before I sort of ask you all. Okay, what can I say? I'm genuinely completely overwhelmed by this because this is not really my award. It's all of your awards. So all of you who over the last 10 years trusted me with your very, very precious dreams and allowed me to carry them forth and fight lots of
uitgepikt had. Het is 4 uur, dus we moeten... Als laatste,
I just will mute
everybody, please. And now let's unmute them.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Yeah, it's been an absolute crazy, wonderful thing to work with all of you over all this time. A real professional highlight. That you trusted me with the things that you cared most was amazing, and it hasn't always been easy. And I think if there's one thing that we learn over the last 3 months of crisis and difficulty is that community is formed when things are difficult as well as when they're good. And these community ties are something I think I'm going to carry with me all the time. All I can say is thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Anne. And now I hand over to Walter.
So many congratulations, Anne. So for those who don't know me, I am Walter Nord, working as one of the CTOs of Sunet, also a member of GÉANT Board of Directors, and for many years, before Claudio stepped in, I was also chair of the GÉANT Community Program. So thank you, Claudio, for taking that role forward as well. I am happy to announce the second awardee this year, and that is one of my colleagues, and that is Leif Johansson from Sunet. So, Leif.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Leif, I have known you for many years. You are one of these people that have that deep technical knowledge and that deep technical understanding of a lot of things, and you have always impressed me with that knowledge. You also have a lot of vision and drive, which has led to a lot of improvements in the trust and identity area and a lot of other areas in the research and education sector. So many thanks for that. You've also had you had leadership roles in a lot of the standardization bodies such as IETF, Internet Society, Kantara, and that have led to a number of innovations. A few of these that still is an ongoing has been the system for cross-domain management, SCIM standards, to pre-populate resources before they are getting used. Standardization of moonshots in academia, to name a few. So you have a rare talent also to not understand just the technical things, but also identify the legal and the political aspects, how it will roll out, and the potential. You see many times far ahead into the future what will affect many of us later on. So for this, please accept the 2020 GÉANT Community Award. And a little bit of clapping and some glasses and a few words from Leif.
Thank you. This finds me at somewhat lost for words, which some people might find to be a bit of an improvement, perhaps. Let me just say this, that in as much that an award like this represents success, it's sort of certainly not mine. It's thanks to all of the exceptional people that I get to work with at Sunet, at GÉANT, at the Internet 2, at all of the independent people who are in the greater trust and identity community who work on really, really hard problems together. Just to say that we're not done yet. I'm not done yet. And we have some of the really hardest problems ahead of us, and we're going to solve them together. And thank you very much.
Deja vu.
I'm hearing an echo.
Much better live.
Déjà entendu, surely.
All of the independent people. I don't know who's replaying me, but somebody is.
Somebody is watching the streaming with 20 seconds delay. I don't know.
So I now have the privilege to present the third award, but first let me extend my congratulations to Anne and Live. Very, very well deserved. And the same can be said for the third GÉANT Community Award winner. And then you'll recognize a pattern in the three that we awarded this year's Community Award to, and why we choose three, because that's Niels van Dijk. And I think we can applaud that already. Niels has been the generator of many innovative ideas, some of which are never to be mentioned again, but some of them are really sticking to us and turned out to contribute a lot to our community. And it is somewhat similar to what Walter said about live. Niels has the technical background, but knows how to translate that into something useful for the community, and comes up with all these things like edu teams. Together with Live, he came up with In Academia. That kind of creativity has always been very inspiring, I think, and I loved it when Niels came in when I was at SurfNet to explain one of his ideas, and then to discuss that further, and then gradually understanding what he meant and how that could impact the community. You've been, Niels, your creativity has been instrumental in the initiation of so many activities in groups like RevVets, in the GÉANT Project, of course, as well as, of course, within SurfNet. And your passion, your knowledge, your humor, by the way, which I really appreciate, are a great asset to our community. And in 2019, EduTeams was widely adopted across the community. In Academia was officially launched at the start of this year, and it has a promise in itself to become one of the better services within GÉANT. So for all of this, Niels, please accept the 2020 GÉANT Community Award. And once more, an applause from everybody.
So thank you very much. I hope I'm now not muted. I think not. Well, also I was very, very positively surprised about receiving this reward. And I would, for starters, like to congratulate Anne and Live very much with their rewards as well. I think for me, working with the GÉANT Project and with the GÉANT community has been a great enterprise, really, because it brings together really cool and interesting people with very clever ideas. It brings also together people with a lot of technical skill and technical capabilities and the ability to make, and this combined really makes that we can make stuff happen. And even better, most of the people who work in this community actually do not limit themselves to our sort of local scope, so to say, but joining in this pan-European and often even global community is really what makes my day-to-day job, I think, one of the best you can have. So thank you all for that. You make my life so much better.
To tradition, and thanks to some useful tips from friends and colleagues, we organized a symbolic present for each of the community award winners. to mark this special occasion. If all's well, the awardees should have received their certificates as well as the present through our COVID-proof network, and I hope that they will enjoy that. And with that, I have the honor to hand over and continue with the presentation of another award ceremony, the Veitch Foundation Award 2020 Medal of Honor. It's another opportunity to recognize outstanding contributions to our community of research and education networking. The foundation is a charity that was set up in the memory of Karel Veitch, who was the Secretary General of Terina for many years, and as such, one of my predecessors. The Veitch Foundation promotes research and development of advanced internet technology for scientific research and higher education. And it also awards people who have contributed to the development of a service, a technology, or an approach that will be of lasting value to the research and education networking community and its users. So representing the Veitch Foundation now to present this year's Medal of Honor is the member of the board of the trustees of the Veitch Foundation and our old friend, John Dyer. Welcome, John.
Thanks, Eric. Thanks particularly for the old. Congratulations to Anne, Leif and Niels for receiving the 2020 Community Awards. I mean, I've been involved in networking for quite a long time because I'm old. And the most valuable thing that I learned and the most valuable thing that stands out is community. So to be rewarded by your community peers is a great thing. So you should cherish that. The community's grown exponentially just about since I joined. And then it was just a few isolated networks. Some of them weren't even running IP, the UK. And now we have a hugely interconnected collection of networks that reach to ever more distant and remote parts of the planet, and delivering ever more increasingly advanced services. So this made it possible for those who might find it difficult or impossible to travel to collaborate their peers wherever they are. And today is a really good example of that. So for many years, as many as I can remember actually, which isn't very many, there's been a dedicated team that's been taking advantage of this and bringing conferences like TNC to those unable to attend. So people who can't attend have been able to watch, listen and participate. So like the community, the team that's been doing this has grown in size, capabilities, production values over the years. They've developed increasingly amazing techniques, world-class streaming, archiving of proceedings for TNC and for other conferences. So it's therefore my pleasure to announce that the Veitch Foundation trustees have unanimously decided to award the 2020 Veitch Foundation Medal of Honor to, drumroll, Eric Giggenberg of Norginet and Bartek Egovsky of PSNC, and this award is made on behalf of the whole team. So congratulations, Eric. Congratulations. I just like to say, I hope the medals have arrived by some sort of magic. We posted them with DHL a few weeks ago, so I hope they popped out the other end. So all that remains for me to do is to invite Eric and Bartek to take to the Zoom and say a few words. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, they arrived.
Hey, Bartek, I'm trying to recall, how did it all start?
Yes, it has been quite a while now.
Yeah, we have providing TNC streaming for quite a few years now.
Yep, in a perfect way. But then there was an idea to make it a whole event in more multimedia and more interactive style.
Exactly, not to repeat the common static style and scenarios, but
to go more like big commercial events, right?
Yep. Maybe it's a good time now to think back. Did we actually manage?
I hope so. Actually, this ceremony seems to be a confirmation of that proof of concept.
Yeah, back in the days we got accepted by Junki, and we also got confirmed by Catherine and Steffi.
Indeed, the whole story actually started in Chicago during Internet 2 conference. Junji, who was the conference organizer before Steffi, had a dream to bring TNC to next level.
I know, make it loud was the response.
Did we manage again?
Let's cut the discussion here. It seems to be risky.
Yeah, joking is good, but time for serious confessions now. Our teams.
Making this idea come true would never have been possible without these perfect crews.
Just by ourselves, we would be able to make a tumble on the stage.
I'm not even fully convinced that it would be a good one. But a big thanks and congratulations to our teams, Bo, Lasse, Søren, Carsten, Asbjørn, and Martin.
Damian Nimir, Erik Skotarczak, Leszek Nowak, Jacek Walczak, Wojciech Raszewski, Paweł Rybarczyk, Maciej Strużyk, Piotr Skałecki, Romek Drost, Magda Madaj, Agnieszka Welegała, Błażej Oczkowski, Tomek Baran, Jan Skorupa, Maciej Rutkowski, Szymon Maleski, Wojtek Bogdanowicz.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your hard work, great commitment, cosmic inspirations.
Just like in Tallinn, TNC 19.
Culturally Catel, challenging when you required an innovative approach to turn the problem into advantage.
And it worked like expected. 2 rooms, but 1.
It was also a good opportunity to use and promote good services from our community.
Like EduRoom at the venue, or GÉANT for the conference management system.
Or early EduMeet for remote speakers and participants, used for a few years now.
Dear Vich Foundation representatives, Chair, Board, and Trustees, thank you very much for this nomination.
We, as the whole technical event team, are honored and happy that our work was contributed in widening collaboration in scope of science, research, education, and art.
So what are we going to do next?
The same thing we always do, try to take over the world, like Pinky and the Brain.
But who's Pinky and who's the brain?
Nah, doesn't matter now. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric and Bartek, and congratulations to you and your teams. It is very well deserved, this Medal of Honor, I think. I hope that this was the last online version of the awards celebrations with our community. I thank everybody for joining us in this celebration, gathering from all corners of the world, some very early in the morning, some already in the evening. I really hope to see you all in real life and shake hands with you soon. And of course, in the meanwhile, stay safe. Best wishes for health and happiness in the coming months. And of course, see you next year at TNC 21. That will take place in Brighton in the UK on the 21st to the 25th of June next year. And with that, I propose that we all raise our glasses to all the awardees for today. And I invite you to stay in this room as long as you want to chat with one another and to drink and use it the way the community cafe is used to be done. Congratulations to all the awardees.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
guys.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. What is that green stuff you're drinking? It's not synthetic.
Congratulations.
Mine is a virtual drink. Congratulations.
It's good seeing you all.